Sarah expected a bottle of fermented milk, but what arrived was a quiet lifeline. Every morning at 8 o'clock, she heard the soft rattle of a small delivery cart rolling down her gravel driveway. In a world where most human interactions have migrated onto glowing screens, a humble delivery route in Japan quietly proved that consistency is the purest form of human care. The model relies on dedicated delivery workers who travel fixed routes through residential neighborhoods every single day. Around 3,000 delivery workers cover these quiet suburban streets, stopping at 30 to 50 homes per day. While their primary daily task is delivering fresh beverages, their real purpose in the community is much deeper. They are carefully trained to notice subtle changes, like unopened mail, untouched bottles, or drawn window curtains. Through this simple and reliable human network, over 37,000 elderly people are visited 4 days a week. When a delivery worker arrives at the gate, they do not simply drop off a package on the doorstep and rush away. They pause to exchange a brief greeting, ask about the morning weather, and make sure everything is going well. A friendly dog named Biscuit always greets the cart with a joyful bark near the front lawn. If a senior resident does not answer the door, the worker checks in with neighbors or contacts local community support services immediately. This system is not high technology, expensive hardware, or complex algorithmic software. It is genuine human care embedded directly into daily habit, physical presence, and neighborhood movement. This predictable and reassuring routine creates safety without invading anyone's personal privacy or independent lifestyle. As modern cities grow larger and quieter, people increasingly look toward digital spaces for daily companionship. To understand how people seek digital social support, scientists conducted a comprehensive, long-term study across 4 countries. The research team examined adults in the United Kingdom at 50%, the United States at 28%, Canada at 14%, and Australia at 8%. The researchers carefully followed N equals 2.149 adults across 4 survey waves over a period of 12 months. A total of 979 dedicated participants completed all 4 survey waves of the research project. In each survey wave, about 26 to 30% of participants reported using conversational AI chatbots for social purposes. The scientific study observed both directions and did not conclude causal relationships between digital usage and emotional well-being. What the long-term study clearly demonstrated is that the human hunger for regular social interaction is universal. When physical routes vanish from suburban streets, people naturally turn to synthetic conversations to fill the quiet hours of the day. Conversational chatbots can respond instantly at any late hour of the night. However, a digital text message cannot replace the quiet comfort of a familiar face walking up the garden path. Synthetic presence offers quick convenience, but regular physical presence builds enduring trust and emotional security. Understanding the true depth of human isolation requires looking closely at large-scale social evidence. In a massive loneliness study examining over 63,000 people across 3 time points, researchers tracked how social bonds shift over extended periods. The comprehensive data revealed that feeling disconnected is rarely about being physically isolated from crowds. It is primarily about the absence of predictable, meaningful, and caring touchpoints in daily life. When a delivery worker stops by a home 4 days a week, a natural protective mesh forms around vulnerable community members. The brief interaction might last less than 2 minutes, but its positive emotional impact lingers throughout the entire day. Sarah knows that her morning has a reliable anchor point, a quiet moment when someone truly acknowledges her existence. Her elderly neighbor down the block looks forward to a brief chat about flowers and gardening. These tiny, intentional moments prevent quiet isolation from settling unnoticed into a home. Habitual touchpoints create a reassuring rhythm of belonging that keeps people grounded and valued. True community care is not a single heroic action or a sudden emergency intervention. Care is the quiet, steady commitment to show up for others again and again. We can learn a deeply valuable lesson from human delivery routes when designing modern technology and digital tools. Effective social support does not require complex automated algorithms, invasive tracking, or artificial personas. Support thrives when it actively reinforces real human outreach and keeps personal relationships alive and healthy. Instead of trying to replace human warmth with synthetic conversations, modern tools should gently prompt us to show up for each other. A thoughtful system reminds you to send a warm message to a friend who is navigating a stressful week. It helps you remember meaningful personal details about the people who matter most in your life. It encourages you to drop by a neighbor's porch or pick up the phone for a quick, encouraging call. When digital technology acts as a bridge rather than a destination, real human connection flourishes. Small, regular personal efforts create strong and resilient social safety nets throughout our local communities. By embedding genuine care into our personal daily routines, we ensure nobody in our circle gets forgotten. Care that runs on a route succeeds because it is consistent, practical, respectful, and deeply human. Ember helps you remember key details about the people who matter most and maintain regular, meaningful touchpoints over time. Your private personal details stay secure, confidential, and protected with encrypted sync. You do not need grand gestures or overwhelming efforts to maintain strong, lasting relationships with family and close friends. You only need a simple, reliable routine that keeps you connected day after day. Take inspiration from the humble delivery routes that quiet suburban neighborhoods rely on every morning. Reach out to someone on your personal route today and build genuine human care into your daily habits.